Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your Libertarian car guy, and I thought I'd do a quick walk around here of the 2018 Volkswagen Passat, which is one of my favorite cars, even though it's been shorn of its formerly available TDI diesel engine because of this idiotic cheating scandal, which, if you've been following my stuff, you'll know involves counting angels on the head of a pin, fractional differences from one bin/tier to the next of NOx emissions. The TDI engine would have passed the emission standards that were in effect a few years ago, which were effectively almost on the verge of zero emissions or partial zero emissions, but they didn't meet the latest, greatest standards. And so VW got crucified for that, and right now there are about 400,000 TDI-powered Volkswagens waiting to be scrapped. Perfectly good cars sitting out there in the California desert. Anyway, end of that rant. You probably want to know what's new for 2018. Two major things. The 1.8 liter engine has been bumped up to 2.0 liters. Volkswagen says the horsepower increase is only 4. They say 174 horsepower versus 170 last year. Personally, I think that they are probably underrating the 2 liter engine, which incidentally is common, or at least very closely related to the Audi 2.0 liter engine, just as the Passat itself is very closely related to Audi models, because after all, Volkswagen and Audi are the same company. And that's one of the things that really sets the Passat apart from other cars in this class, is that it has that very close kinship to a prestige high-end car. So you kind of get a much nicer fit, finish, feel car than you do in the competitor cars, which are all very nice cars, but they lack that really tight high-end feel that you get out of the Volkswagens. You can tell probably that I'm a fan of Volkswagen. Something else about the Passat that's noteworthy is that even though it's nominally a mid-sized car, if you look at its dimensions, its wheelbase, and its length, it actually has a full-size car's interior space, particularly in the back seat. Some of the others have gotten better about that. The new Camry, for example, which is a mid-sized car, has almost as much backseat room now, but not quite. And this car has a tremendously roomy backseat. Have a look at that. That's a lot of space back there. Even a big geek like me can sit back there quite comfortably with the driver's seat adjusted for a big geek like me. So you get a car that has the footprint of a mid-sized car, but with the interior space of a full-size car. That's another thing I like about the Passat. The other thing that I like about the Passat that you may like as well is that you can still get it with a V6. If you look around in the mid-sized class, you'll find that V6s are all but gone. The Mazda 6 no longer offers one. Honda pulled it from the Accord, which is now 4-cylinder only. The Toyota Camry still offers a V6, but the price is pretty steep. The V6 Camry starts around $34,000. You can get a V6 in this car in the new GT package for a little over $29,000, and that, by the way, is new for 2018. It's got a sportier suspension, 19-inch wheel tire package, and some of the trim accents from the R line. However, the V6 is more or less a carryover. More or less, it is a carryover. There's no published horsepower increase for 2018 versus 2017, but it's still 280 horsepower, which is pretty stout. Anyway, I will have more up at epautos.com shortly about this. I'll be on Tom Wood's podcast, incidentally, later this week, and should have the audio from that up on the site, epautos.com. And we thank you for viewing, and we will catch up with you again next time.